Leslie.
Mr. President, back to China. There are reports tonight that the government there has begun rounding up the student leaders who face, at the very least, persecution, at the most, possibly charges of treason and whatever punishment that will bring. You have talked tonight about your strong desire to keep this relationship going and to keep the dialogue and all our business as usual moving forward. If
Excuse the interruption.
Well, except for the military.
Yeah, okay.
Except for the military zone. If we find out that the people who perpetrated the killings in Tiananmen Square and who are rounding up these students are running the government, can the United States maintain fairly normal relationships with them, given our aim to foster human rights and promote democracy?
It would make it extraordinarily difficult. But the question is so hypothetical that I'm going to avoid answering it directly. But anything that codifies the acceptance of brutality or lack of respect for human rights will make things much more difficult. There's no question about that.
One follow-up. There are 20,000 Chinese students in the United States.
Yes.
Many of them have spoken out. Are you prepared to grant them political asylum in this country?
They're not seeking asylum. I'll tell you why I answer the question that way. They're not seeking asylum. We had 4 of them in the other day. And the first thing that one of them, Jia Hua, said, "I love my country." And he wants to go back to his country. But what I have done is extend the visas so that people are not compelled to go back to our country. He's not seeking asylum. This man's not going to turn his back on his own country. He wants to change things. But he also wants to know that he's going to be safe, and I don't blame him for that. So it's not a question of all these people. Asylum is kind of a legal status, and that's not what they're looking for.
In light of the student roundups, I mean, if they face...
It's appalling. And so I would simply say that what we've already done would say to these people, you don't have to go back, but I'm not going to ask them to turn down the flag that they love and turn their back on China. These are patriotic young people who fear because of seeing their own brothers and sisters gunned down. But they're not seeking asylum. They don't want to flee China. They want to help change China.